Hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Soviet Skylines. And today we're gonna be focusing on our car industry. Finally, take 3. I think that's a running joke already, probably funny only to me, but I'm not really sure if we're gonna focus on car industry right now. I wanted to finish focusing on the construction of the capital city because we need to house all these people that are gonna be new. It looks nice. Who said it doesn't look nice? Look, I mean, like, all of the cities, I'm happy that I didn't build any city that is, you know, square, round, triangular or something like that. They have their own differences. You can see here how these main roads go around here. I think it's peachy. I think it's an eye candy. Capital city, Nisesburg over here. We have Murmansk here with a distinguished water drop shape, maybe. We have, oh, this is kind of triangular, but I think in a quite natural and organic way the city expands down this dry river delta. And then we have, of course, Galask, the city of 1,000 foundations. Probably we can call it like that. It was built and rebuilt so many times. Well, not really, but anyway. So we have a couple of construction projects happening here, and I wanted to address a couple of other things. I have a list. We're back to lists. Not really, but actually just to demonstrate some of the things that you guys said, and I cannot believe my eyes that I actually did this. You know what's this here and what's this over here? Well, they're the same thing. They're actually fuel stations on both sides. I thought that we don't have fuel station cover here, which, yeah, we had fuel station cover. What we didn't have is the fuel supply, so I thought that was related to petrol station as well. So Manuel, thanks for kicking my ass, number 1. Number 2, Babushkino is okay, or Babushka is okay for Babushkino to have end of the line here, trolleybus line that's gonna go through the new city. Probably gonna have casinos and the skyline over here, and then beaches on this side. I think that's gonna look quite nice. And the trolley bus is gonna go all the way around here. Yeah, it's gonna go all the way around here and back to the trolley bus station here and covering the rest of the city. So we're gonna have one huge line covering these 5 stations, and they're gonna go up and down with line spacing that should cover majority of the city. Plus, of course, there's gonna be tram lines as well. We do have a couple of projects we need to finish around here. Let's see if the first building, which is gonna be the first building. I think Koptigrad is gonna be the first city that's gonna have new buildings finished. New no, it's gonna be Babushkino. Babushkino is gonna be the one. Okay, so in order to continue progress from the last episode, we said that we want to build a couple of residential buildings, but of course they need to be followed with, well, everything else that comes with the residential buildings. Well, first things would be the functioning public transport, and straight away when I said that, I already see the problems, well, of everything. This new line that we decided that's gonna have trolley bus lines actually doesn't have trolley bus lines over here. That's fine. We can upgrade this piece by piece. This can be done from 2 sides. I'll do this one from here, and this needs to be assigned to Capital 1, Capital Footpaths. They can deliver everything, people and everything else. So we can go with this big one until this one here is finished, so we can finish this side and electrify this street. Actually, we can start this from multiple sides. We can even start on this one. Let me see if they fix the roads. What in the world do I mean by fix the roads? Wow, these buildings are not connected with footpaths to well, anywhere. Fix the roads. Can we actually upgrade this whole road like this? No, it's still gonna be, oh boy, it's gonna be in several segments. 1 and 2. I think this is gonna be fine. We need to just assign everything that we need to assign to this. We're gonna go for footpaths here, mud footpaths. Unpause this. Mud footpaths here, so people can exit the buildings. Footpaths over here. There we go. And then we're gonna go and build the rest of this infrastructure that we're so badly missing. I forgot to put these. You know what? Let's go with the first and the last. Oh, no. Don't go there. Don't go there. There's nothing there. Nothing there. Go away. Right. Let's start with these footpaths, and then we're gonna expand further. Okay. These footpaths, that's gonna be later. We can still... Can we upgrade anything here? Not really. We need... This road is gonna be closed, probably from both sides. I'm gonna do bit by bit. Ooh, there's gonna be... This is well, this is department store. Do we have access to this department store from other sides? We definitely should. So while we're waiting until this is upgraded, I will build all the connections on all sides here. That's good enough. Hospital. Hospital is another one that is gonna need proper connections. I think that's it. But let's call it that's it. Well, from this side, I probably should go for this one here. All of this is connected. Any of these footpaths, of course, shopping centers. Connect footpaths. This one doesn't need to be connected. This one does need to be connected. These guys, they have access to the main road. That's fine. These guys can have access here and here. I'm happy with this. Go with this one. Go. Okay, so this is a little bit of something for city upgrades. I'll leave this to be finished, as we previously mentioned. They have everything on the way. This should be resolved swiftly. What else do our people need here? School, sports facilities. So this school is not connected or properly to this area here. So let's try to do so right now. Again, footpaths, that's going to be another one. Here we go. Oh, we're going to need extension of this. Let's go just a little bit. There we go. Oh, can we do this? Can we go from the other side? You know what? We can. We can. We're gonna make this feng shui, even if it killed us. There we go. So this needs to be connected, so we would have these people close to the school. I believe that would be close enough. We can always go for underpasses and that kind of stuff, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, what do we have here? We have a couple of these prefab buildings being constructed. That's peachy. We have locals working on construction sites. That's extremely... Why is there no prefabs coming here? Why is there no prefabs here? Well, there's prefabs here. Are they prefabs here? Yes, they are. Are those Ulyanovsk buildings requiring crap load of prefabs? Of course they do. Of course they are. Of course. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we are going to focus on... where are you going? He's still loading, and then he's going livestock cargo station. Which one is you? Okay, that's this one. Okay, we don't need it here. We need it in the Kopti, Danielsk Industrial Drayori. Okay, who's delivering prefab panels here? We need this train delivered ASAP. We have prefab panels, prefab... Here we go. Where is you? Oh, that's the one. Okay. What's this one? Oh, that's the one. Okay, so you need to go here right now. There we go. Okay, so this needs to be done. Needs to be done fast. So they're gonna deliver more prefab panels. That's not prefab panels. Right. We're gonna focus on Sitomsk in a second. We're gonna talk about what Mr. Sitomsk said. Oh boy. Okay, so this is a problem. Was it Mr. Manuel who asked about this? Yeah, so if you want to see how eternal spinning machine works, this is how it works. So we connected everything with conveyor belts, and it works like this. We have stuff loaded on this conveyor belt, and not only that is delivered directly here, It's actually delivered even all the way around through all of this, and again going here and load it here. So this system is not going to work. So this is a little bit of a problem. What do we need here? What's the problem here? The problem is when ships deliver coal, which is probably never gonna happen, they need to somehow unload it. Like we can do right now, we can do like this. Trains need to deliver this here, and if we interrupt this one, let's see. Oh, this I have a bad feeling about this. Didn't stop anything. They still have perpetual loading machine just spinning around the same amount of coal over here. Right, so this is 3-division mechanics. So this is how it works. If you have the same storage facility connected for loading and unloading, you're gonna have some problems. Right. I am supposed to fix this somehow. So how are we supposed to fix this? This needs to go here, and it cannot be connected to each other. So this one here, which is loading. This is... oh, this is always fun. Aggregate loading. So this is loading. How can I connect this one to here? And then in probably opposite direction. Oh, Jesus. This is going to be so much fun. Okay, so this doesn't work. I mean, like, it kind of works. It kind of works because it's always going to be working like this. It's probably consuming electricity as well. Yeah, 0.1 megawatts, which is not that much, but still, it's going to be freaking interesting to resolve this. Anyway, I will not focus on this right now. I just wanted to demonstrate that the design we had over here, the circular one, is not going to work for us. This is not going to work because it's perpetual loading machine. Probably it would be offset well, when we have a ship coming in here and then loading it. Unfortunately, ooh, can we have priorities here? Let's see. I have no idea. So this is output, no, output, okay, so this one here. So you need to stop using this. No, we cannot stop using this. Let's see this. Okay. But this is not the solution to the problem. So now currently we're not loading. Where is this going? This is just unloading. So if the train comes along here, starts unloading coal, it's not going to go anywhere. I can put, this is output 1, 3, 2, 1. So this is output 1. It has low priority, but I cannot turn it off. Yeah, it's just gonna be spinning like this. So we have to have 2 different conveyor belts and set it up differently. So when we have unloading, the unloading has to go to the storage facilities. That's fine, but then loading of the ships has to go in a different direction. Can we do this? Can Lee do this? This means that from this storage facility, so let's go with conveyor towers. This storage facility needs to be connected to this, but also this needs to be connected to this. So this system of conveyor belts here is not working for us. This system of conveyor belts, so this is useless. This is delivering iron, that's fine. But this here is useless. So if we interrupt this one here, I'm not gonna do it right now, I'm just gonna talk about this. If we interrupt this conveyor belt system here, that means that we will have both trains loading this storage facility. Now, the problem is that for some reason, we will have to have both coal and iron being able to unload to this conveyor belt, but both be delivering to this harbor and this storage. Okay, I see the solution. I kinda see the solution. The solution is to move this harbor area over here, and then we can have iron, coal loaded into the iron and coal loaded into the conveyor belt and delivered to harbor and to loading facility. Okay. Now, another problem is how are we supposed to set this up? When we import iron and coal, how can we set them up here? So this station here, this harbor here, will have to have separate conveyor belt connecting to here. Okay, so we have all these conveyors going into right directions. The only thing we need to do is move this harbor from here. Okay, let's do that. Let's rebuild this harbor. Not rebuild. Let's build a new harbor and let's see if this is going to resolve our issues. So we're going to level some area around here. Hopefully we're going to keep it in similar shape as we did with the previous ones. Here we go. And let's go to shipping. So we have shipping. And what is it now? Aggregate unloading. No, that we need loading, right? We need loading. There we go. Something like this we're gonna need around here. So there we go. Even kind of fits here. I can push it a little bit further. That's fine. But I'm still gonna have to connect this somehow to this harbor. It's actually not going to be such a problem. So if I put it right there, so we have unloading. So this is harbor aggregate unloading. So this one needs to be connected. Right. So this is going to be a problem. We need to get iron from here to both coal. Okay, right. I know. This one has to be on a separate loop. So if we remove this conveyor belt, because this needs to be on separate loop, we can remove this conveyor belt and potentially use this under conveyor belt here and place it somewhere in this area. Then we would have conveyor belt connected from here. We need to obviously do electricity hoses differently, but if we connect this unloading harbor from here underneath these conveyor belts, we can tap into this system of delivery of the materials. And at the same time, I'm gonna have to do something like this now. Work, you bastard. Okay, this is not gonna work. We're gonna have to redo these. Towers are not a problem. Towers can stay. I can build as many towers as we need to. It just needs to be connected. So we have this one causing problems because this is loading. So we're gonna be removing loading from here. Plonk. So this is only unloading and only unloading. Perfect. And then remove this one because these two systems are going to be separate. So we're going to have conveyor belt from here. That would be loading iron. And now we have to load coal. Loading coal also shouldn't be a big problem. If we go for... Jesus, this is definitely what I didn't want to spend my time on here. I really wanted to do something else right now, but unfortunately, who do I blame? Who was it? Was it you, Mr. Manuel, who said, oh, is this working? Why do you have to ask these kind of questions? Of course we don't know if it's working. Right, so we need 3 inputs, 1 output. And output needs to go in this direction. What's with this harbor? No, this harbor cannot be connected. So connect without it. This harbor cannot be connected. It needs to go like this. So we need this connected. Over here, and this connected, there we go, over here. So we would have iron loading, coal loading, and all going to the unloading harbor. So again, this is going to be, well, it's not going to be a problem, it's just going to, per se, I'm gonna start using these words. Oh, by the way, Mr. Sitom said something that we should be doing here. I fully understand this, and we're gonna talk about Mr. Sitom. Yes, sir. You're gonna be topic of this episode. Not really, but we're gonna talk about some stuff that you mentioned. So, what's with this? Okay, let's not connect this to anything. So, this was supposed to be episode not only, but among other things, a topic of Tomsk and wow. Why can't you work together? Come on. We need to remove the electricity hoses. We talked about these electricity hoses as well. They might be a little bit of a problem, but let's see if we can do this. We need the vanilla conveyor system. Is this possibility? Can we connect this So this needs to be connected. This harbor needs to be connected to this system here. So connecting it to this system is not a problem, but how are we supposed to go across? 3 division guys, we need underground conveyor belts. that would be definitely pushing it. You can see here, we need this. This is... do they have these? These are all 1 into 3, 1 into 3. We don't have 3 into 1. I don't think we do. So I was thinking about something like this, but looks like the road network is gonna have to be redone. That's not a problem. Road network here is not even necessary, so I can play around with this. But electricity hoses will be necessary. So let's start demolishing the road, and let's see if we can rebuild this in any shape or form. Right. Can this be connected? So this is where it needs to go. You can see that there's an option, but I would have to remove a little bit more electricity hoses. And come on, you bastard. Okay, this is possibility. You can see it here. But conveyor belt going in the opposite. Actually, you know what? This is not going to be that much of a problem. Can we do this and... Can you please go to the other side somehow? Okay, this is working. Okay, this guy doesn't want to go on the other side of these conveyor belts. Maybe I'm gonna have to do something different here. I paused and paused so we can remove this one. This is, you know what? This doesn't have to. This just needs to fit here. Why is this not fitting all the way through? Why can't I get any connection going through here? What about the conveyor towers? I know conveyor towers will work, but they're gonna look absolutely horrible because they're gonna be on the same height as these. You can see here. Okay, maybe they're not gonna work either. You know what? I'll deal with this later. I don't want to focus on this. You're gonna be wasting too much time. I just wanted to finish with a couple of things I wanted to mention here. Whaletier, Mr. Whaletier is okay for the city to have train transport. I'm still thinking that we might implement a tram transport rather than train transport. That we can have a ground level tram transport, because if we move refinery from here, we're not gonna have a lot of work. Well, we will have a lot of workplaces, but it's gonna be halved. So, and then the final goal is to remove power plant and refinery from here and potentially put it across the bay. So if we do this, we might not need the whole trains to deliver people, but maybe trams are gonna be enough. But we will play with this idea a little bit later. I was thinking if we're gonna reshuffling some of the buildings, and these were kind of still close to pollution, and also if we need to shrink down the resettle population, we can redo some of the buildings. I'm not happy with some of the neighborhoods, how they look around here. They might be also a little bit too densely populated. So what we can do is build a tram line, maybe even through the middle of the city, and we just need to move buildings out of the way. So for example, I only have here few buildings that can be moved, like heat exchangers and this kind of stuff can stay. But if we move, let's say, this building, these couple of these residential buildings, we can have a tram line going from here to town center to industrial zone even more easily than the previously anticipated. So this is something that I'm thinking now that it could be a thing. And also, like Babushka said, we already have plan for Babushkino, which trams they're gonna have and how they're gonna be set up. We're gonna have 2 and 3 connections of the same trams connected to each other, but we'll work on that later. Right. Mr. OG said something also interesting. When people start going on permanent vacations and stuff. They're actually the enemies of the states or bureaucrats being erased from the population numbers. They're actually being resettled and sent to work in the salt mines. So this is what we're gonna do with people who are not happy with how things are done around here in our country. Also, Koptigrad is relying on only one shop. I think even though everybody should have access to it, I think we should build a couple of more shops. Maybe we don't need to build the big shops. Maybe we can do only shops for food products and meat. For example, small grocery store and stuff like that. Here and there, we have actually quite a big ones. Yeah, we can go for quality stuff. So let's go for grocery store. One over here. And one on this side of town, I'm thinking around here. Maybe in this direction. This is also not the worst idea ever. Because we can then expand the city. I mean, like, everything is gravitating towards train stations anyway, so we can just, you know, make sure that that happens. Length of these, we're gonna need a footpath to finish these. I believe this is the mistake I was doing. I was sending buses to finish these roads, but actually we need footpaths, because footpaths have also electrical components assigned to them. So let them finish this. Koptigrad buildings are being finished, that's fine. We're missing prefab panels. Prefab panels are on the way. Probably this issue that I saw right here with prefab panels not being delivered to our cities. I should address this and assign more prefab panels, but here we go. We are full. We have 210 tons of prefab panels. You can see all of these trucks waiting here. I bet most of them, if not all of, well, most of them are here to load prefab panels. To finish some of the buildings we have here, I'm gonna leave them to rejuvenate, to refill the stock before we continue. I will assign some vehicles to some construction site. You can see that some of the roads, some are not finished. So this is, let's go with buses because everything is delivered. We're gonna go here for buses because everything is delivered. And as previously mentioned, we're gonna go for, well, almost everything delivered, but we're still gonna go for buses over here. So these are the rows that need to be finished. I wanted to check, ooh, fancy, last segments of this. We need groundwork. Groundwork Murmansk is going to be assigned to this one. Groundwork Murmansk is going to be assigned to this one as well on this side, but from the other side here we're going to have one of these Babushkino construction offices. That would be capital one. Right, continuing on, let's focus on Sitomsk and Mr. Sitom. Mr. Sitom said something also that this is not a personal thing, but something that I would like to discuss. I know that a lot of people said that I shouldn't remind people for liking and subscribing, but I think that could be a minority of people. So if this channel is supposed to grow, you guys really should well, like and subscribe the video. So I might just remind you a little bit more. If you can do this, this would be really nice if you would like to see this channel grow. If you don't, oh, there's a song, oh well, I'll sing later. But what I wanted to say is that if you would like this channel to be bigger, to grow, don't forget to like and subscribe, because this is the main thing what makes them, well, channels grow. But yeah, like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. If not, don't forget to press the dislike button. It's fine, I'm gonna understand that. No, I won't, I don't care. So this one is assigned. We have 1, 2 here. What's with this one? Oh, this is the other one assigned. Okay, so we have both of these assigned over here. That's fine. I think, are you colliding or something? No, it doesn't seem so. Let's do this. If you, no, we need to set up this, you know what, I think we had enough of you know, finishing the projects we are on now. We need to start thinking about the future. So we're gonna focus on finishing the industrial, well, everything that we have to finish around here. So that would be some of these buildings. That would be infrastructure for heating and for, well, electricity and firefighters. and this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go and assign this one office to all of this. This is, they can handle it. There's only one building that needs excavators, rest of them need flatbed trucks. Actually, you know what, I can assign the second one as well, because they're gonna need, they're not gonna need a lot of vehicles for this, and they're not gonna double up on all the construction. I think they're gonna be just sending enough of everything that we need. Railroads are almost done, that should be fine. Heating requires coal. If we want coal here, we're gonna need to heat. We're gonna need, to deliver coal to heat this one. We can do, what am I missing here? Electricity is connected. It has electricity here, so that should be fine. It says that it has a lot of connections, but yeah, sure, whatever. This one doesn't have electricity, so we can build another electricity hose coming here. So let's see, where's this electricity covering this one? We're gonna need one all the way over here. That's perfectly fine. We have space to plonk it in here. I think any of this will do. The only problem is it needs to be able to be connected to the road system, and it can. And now we need to wiggle or snake our way to the electricity hoses over here. Is everything else connected here? Looks like it is. Electricity hoses, I believe this one is the required one. I'll double up on these hoses. On these electricity hoses, I'll double up on those and see how far can we get here. Oh, all the way. Okay, that's not bad. Let's go all the way. Right, song. There's an old Irish song. Actually, you can probably just Google it and you're gonna find the lyrics. Not lyrics, you can even find the song. About growing this channel. The song goes, I'm not gonna sing it, I'm just gonna say the lyrics because my singing is absolutely horrible and neighbors already asked me not to sing on the channel, so I'll do them a favor. That was a joke, of course, but anyway, if you want your child to grow, if you want your child to grow, give him a jar of porter. Actually, it goes like that, give him a jar of porter. So this is the tradition and idea behind, you know, the whole Irish culture. When child needs to grow, just porter, whiskey. No, it's a beer, porter. Right, so what I'm gonna do now is I will be focusing on Sitomsk, and we're gonna be talking about what Mr. Sitom said in the comment section about designing the cities. That's gonna be quite important. I will be expanding the city as it is here with multiple roads. This is something that Mr. Sitom, I believe, is big on. I believe he would like us to have a city with multiple roads and streets. Maybe I would assume, I'm assuming this, and you know what is assumption? The mother of all fuck-ups, but don't assume stuff. I'm assuming though that Mr. Sitom would like us to this is a nuclear path, I believe we're gonna be assigning these to footpaths. That Mr. Sitom would like us to have a little bit more roads. So let's see, can we do city all the way here? Yeah, we can, but I don't think we need the... Oh boy, here we go. Fun starts, something like this. This is totally right. No, don't do this. Don't raise level of the ground. We can do it. You don't have to do it little by little, but we can do it, well, little by little. Okay, please don't disform the terrain too much. Okay, you know what? Forget it. Just finish it. Okay, so we're gonna have city like this. This is gonna be two different roads, I believe. They can be constructed... Oh, darn it. Not really. You know what? It doesn't really matter. We're gonna go for a road like this. We're gonna build multiple roads. This is Mr. Sitomsk. This is Sitomsk, Mr. Sitom's city. He's a mayor of the city and he has an idea, and I kind of would like to go with this idea. So what I was trying to develop not only previously, multiple times in my gameplays, is to simplify the cities, to make it as simple as there should be, as it could be. But what's the point of that? I'm actually asking a question here, because if you build one road cities, I think it's the most optimal design, but is it the most eye-catching design? For example, Murmansk is the perfect example of this. Tier kinda as well, but you know, it has one road. In most of the situation, everything happens, all the traffic happens through that one road. But if you build a city with multiple roads, cars and trucks will be able to choose whatever they want, and especially if you equip it with cars, which we probably will, because it's going to be nuclear industries in Sitomsk. It's gonna be a little bit more colorful, but I will still need some guidelines. I'm gonna set these guys for production like this. These roads, a little bit of a grid pattern. I don't know if I should build any... should I put any logic behind this, or should I just build it like this and then find the logic later? I'm asking this because I am not really sure if I can... Well, we can do this, for example. Let's try this. Ooh, parallel. Why the hell not? Let's do parallel road. So they can technically enter these intersections through here. So let's see if we can connect this one. Yeah, so we can build these roads from multiple angles, and I wanted to do something like this as well in the middle of this one here. Now we can continue in some city skylines pattern as... Wow. Pattern as well, going uphill. And also a couple of other patterns I wanted to explore is the how to discourage trucks to use some roads. When you're trying in Skylines, when you're trying to discourage, and this is a thing, you need to discourage drivers to go somewhere. By the way, how I constructed all of this, I believe that they should, even using this mod road, be able to access any single one of these segments around here and build them separately. I can probably even segment it even more, but they will be able to build any of these segments. Anyway, so what I was saying, that you need to discourage people from going somewhere. So you actually artificially create longer route. Now, if we're gonna go for square design like this, I think people will always use the closest way to get somewhere, and the closest is, because everything is 90-degree angled, the closest is whatever road you take towards there. Now, if you want to discourage people from using your neighborhood, so less traffic, so you build you build a road that is well, it can be lesser quality, but it doesn't have to, and everybody still can use this road, for example, this kind of design, but it's technically longer, so the game calculations will not choose to go this way, because it's creating a longer access point to any certain building or whatever, wherever they're going. So you can discourage people from using this road, and then it can have less traffic here. You can put like a residential neighborhood around here. I'm not gonna go for this kind of design because it's kind of suburban design. I'm not sure if we should go for this here. I will also ask Mr. Sitom to participate in this if at all possible, and whoever is still watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. But Mr. Sitom, if you can give me some ideas, or give us some ideas. We need to plan for public transport as well. What would you like us to have as a public transport here? Do we go for trolley buses? We're gonna have to have a depot. There's a perfect place for any depot that we need here. Even buses are fine. We can go for train system. This station is still not constructed, so we can go for, because this is going to be main train station delivering workers to nuclear industries, but we can also, I can build 4-lane train station here and then use train sets to deliver people around the city, but we don't have to go for this. We can go for trolley buses, we can go for normal buses, you know, a little bit of old school wouldn't be the worst thing. And also, if we're gonna go for old school, because I'm kind of seeing us going across the other side for developing the city on this hillside, so we will have like a little bit of city on this hill, a little bit of city on this hill, and potentially even some nice neighborhood around here. so the city can sprawl out a little bit. I don't want to go overboard. It's a nuclear city. It's a high-end technology city, and a lot of people here working here are going to be highly educated, so maybe we should, you know, supply them with a better quality homes, you know. I was even thinking, let me see if I can find this. I was even thinking about the residential. Where is Mr. Chris's? I need to find this. Why are they not like? Why are Mr. Robs's buildings all batched up? You can see with these with icons, and then Mr. Chris's buildings are some on the other side. Some of them are here, and these are called prefabricated. These are called bricks, so it's not alphabetically. It's something. I don't know why. What is there that all the buildings are batched up? Mr. Chris has these brutalist buildings that I just love. Well, it has. I don't know if he has several of them, or there was these British ones. Is this one? No. I'm pretty sure I should have them because I didn't remove any of Mr. Chris Bremer's buildings. No, this is Fjordska. And there should be British brutalist buildings. I think they're quite nice looking. I'm trying to find if I can see which ones are they, but I'm having a hard time doing that. This is Mr. Robs's, all of them. I think they should be around here. Darn it! This is the style of Mr. Chris, but unfortunately I can't find it. I'm gonna check the first side. Barracks, no. The first one here. This is Mr. Chris's. This is Minsk buildings. UK Council House. We used already that one. Those ones. They're also beautiful buildings, but I can't find them. It could be that I'm not subscribed to them, but I'm gonna try better. This is, for example, oh no, they're starred. That's why they're not together, because I starred them. Plattenbau. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'll probably start with some of the buildings, but I wanted to demonstrate how we can build, you know, smaller residential units, you know, up the hill as well, so we can connect with buses. Buses are kind of the easiest solution for public transport. Because buses, you can put a bus station almost anywhere, they can go anywhere where the road goes, and you can get nice city coverage quite easily. So what I was thinking here, having a bus station around here, bus station around here, maybe here in the city center, and then one bus station on this side, somewhere like centralized to this area over here. I still need to think about how I'm gonna build how I'm gonna cross this this highway system, but I'm thinking something like this as well. I started building these, so maybe I shouldn't build them. Let me show you what I wanted to build. Maybe if I do like this, and then a little bit uphill, and then can we go like this? No, we can't. It needs to go F3. No, that's F2. F2. We need to go to the cliff side and then build. Actually, we can build a bridge and then build a road around it. So, for example, is this? Yeah, this looks like. Well, this looks. I don't want to say like what. So we can have the cross. Okay, this is a little bit. You know what? I think I'm gonna. How can I? People can walk. That's fine. But if they don't want to walk, we should offer them some kind of bus transport. So I'm thinking, is this is one over yellow? Is this one? Yeah, this one looks like it's the same height. And then we can try these. So if we go for this, ooh, you know what? No, go away. A little bit of road, and now connected. Something like this. Of course, we can build upon this. This is just how we can cross the valley, and of course we can have this is not a bad idea as well to discourage your traffic. So for example, if we remove this road from here and then do it like this, you go with a road all the way here, so let's say part of the way, and then you can build the overpass. So if we go for 1, 2, 3, because it's railroad, we can go, you know, smoothly up here, build across. Like, does it look at all? But we can work on this as well. So we can go like this, and then on the other side we can connect these two roads, and they can be the main artery for our you know, bus kind of transport. Oh, they even want to be connected. What the hell did I just press? I pressed something. Stop doing that. Right, look. Okay, here we go. So can we... Yeah, why the hell not? We can have this as a main road on the other side and then just build upon it. You can see that this is a little bit steep hill over here, so we're not gonna have a lot of construction opportunities here. Of course, underpasses underneath the railroad. So this is something how Tomsk would like, at least how I envisioned it. We can again leave room for expansion here. Of course, if we're gonna go for trolley buses, I will rebuild all of this. It's not a problem, Mr. Seatom. We can rebuild it. This is to leave the room for expansion. We can probably do the similar stuff around here. So build a road like this. Oh, can we? Ooh, maybe a tunnel. Why would I build a tunnel? There's nothing on the other side. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not on this side, but something like this. And we would have, if we need to build some roads, shops, whatever we need to build, we have access to these. And, you know, if they want to go across, they need to go into the city and then over, or, yeah, this one as well. From the beginning here, this is industrial access. I'm probably not going to even connect them here, because they could cause some problems. But anyway, this is something, trying organically to build a city. I hope you guys do... I don't know. I wish you leave me any feedback on this, because I'm not sure how exactly what do you guys think about this. But any feedback, especially from the... right, especially if you have any better ideas, it would be really nice to see what you think about these. But anyway, this is something how this how I'm envisioning the skeleton of this city. Of course, we're gonna have to start with infrastructure like electricity hoses, so we can build this again, kind of on the hill, not really on the hillside, but something like this. Mods. If we go for power transformers, we can go for these 90-degree angles, but this is a wrong one. Maybe something like this. We don't have to go... Yeah, it can go like this. Okay, finally we can use the other one, other side. So all the way here, maybe a little bit pulled back. And then we can have the four-way exchanger up the hill here. This is just for furthering on, for expanding deeper into the valley. We can have this 18 megawatt connection here. We said around 10-12. We can go for 13 megawatt connection over here. We can construct those. Dark is falling. Unfortunately, you guys said that you enjoyed this, so congratulations, you're having it your way. No, it's Mr. Stutz' suggestion, and I'm actually quite enjoying it when it's dark like this. So we have electricity hoses connections here. I can see that railroads here are being finished. Unfortunately, they're gonna still have to wait for a few more days for this to be finished. What I can do is leave this as it is. Well, actually, you know what's gonna take a long time to build? Underground heating pipes. Probably I should start with those. Fine. Let's see. They can reach up to 1 kilometer. I'm gonna go for vanilla exchangers this time, just because, you know, let's try something that we didn't try before. You know, let's try playing by the rules that actually developers gave us. That's of course a joke. Bad one, but nevertheless. So we need to connect. Actually, you know what? We're gonna need a lot of road access for these bad boys. I think we're gonna need at least 2 of these exchangers. So I'm thinking 1 around here, maybe even 3. So can we actually start on them or not? Well, I can start on them. You know what? I think I won't. Well, actually, you know what? I can start on them, place them where I think they should be. But actual buildings, sorry about that, but actual buildings can be constructed later. So for example, if I want exchanger over here, I can build it, and then we can go for underground pipes. That's going to be F3. Underground pipeline. We have several of these exchangers. This is the let's call it the second to last. I don't want to go for the last one, just in case. Yeah, we got to this problem where they don't want to be connected straight away. It's probably railroad. When the railroad is being constructed, it reacts weirdly with these pipes now. Sometimes you can build it, this is way down. I'm gonna demonstrate why I'm not building this in 2 segments. Why don't I go deeper? Is because of this. Because a lot of mods that we have, they're using the... they are using only footpaths to be connected to constructions, and I'm repeating this like a broken record. Often, not always, in this case not, often this construction, if you build it in 2 pieces, is actually assigned like a 2-piece construction. In this case we have one long construction. You can see wherever we click it's the same construction, but sometimes it's segmented into 2 pieces, and then you cannot construct this piece. It's either with helicopters, which Mr. Kopti is going to be ecstatic about, and the other one would be just pay for it all, or build different heat exchangers. Right, so the problem is that in this case there's no problem, so I'm gonna just assign this one, but I'm gonna need 2 more heat exchangers. One of them should be in this part of the city, so that would be a little bit further here. It can be, you know what, we can do it like this and have a small road connection, maybe even like this over here. It doesn't have to be the coverage, it's also the capacity of these heat exchangers that needs to be taken into account. So if we build one over here and then one can be all the way here. And connect it here. Come on, man. We can, you can see that the... Okay, let's go down, down, here we go. 2 down, it works fine. But let me see if I'm gonna if I'm gonna be able to prove my point with this one. No, this one is 1 segment as well. So let's go for 3rd heat exchanger. Now will this one be long enough? Looks like it will, 1 and 2, so 2 down works. And then connect it over here. There we go. And this one, and there we go. This is finally, this is what I was telling about. You can see here that this one is segmented in 2 pieces. So this is not going to be able to be constructed all the way from one side. It's actually going to need 2 sides to be connected. Right, let's demolish this and try to build it in some other way. I'm not really sure how we can do it, but let's experiment. So if we go for pipe from here, you can see that it can go somewhere pretty far. For example, here. So if I build it around here, the heat exchanger, so if we go for heat exchanger and build it a little bit further, what this will do, hopefully, is going to be giving us all the way connection to here. There we go. And when you have this one long connection, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be only one construction site. So we have 1 construction site. There we go. We have altogether 3 construction sites for 3 pipes, and that's it. I'm gonna have to choose the construction sites who are gonna be working on this. That's gonna be a long time for them to construct it. I can use 1 construction site for all constructions. 1 and the 2 and the 3, and there we go. I think that's it. I want to start on these pipes because they're gonna take a long time to be constructed. So this is nuclear 1. It's gonna be busy, quite busy. We're gonna go for nuclear 2. Nuclear 2, F3, we're gonna go overground now. It's gonna start on these electricity hoses here. So we're gonna be providing C-Tomsk with electricity. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Come on, there we go, and we can go for 4 over here. So there you go. We have trucks that should be delivering crap load of stuff. We have, and there we go, technical services, perfect. Mud roads and gravel roads can be not clean, that's fine. And let's go and build, well, let's get the snow plows, 4 of them. Okay, and the next thing, next up would be some of the buildings. Actually, I'm gonna skip that. We're gonna need more infrastructure. Like, even though we have the fuel gas station over here, which is really not supplied by fuel, and it should be, we're gonna go and supply it with fuel like this. There we go. This one has the unload button assigned to it, and the truck is on the way. Trucks are on the way. We have a fuel station over here, but who knows? You know, we'll see what we're gonna do with this. This is also gonna be on the highway. We'll see how that's gonna turn out to be, and yeah, that's about it. What I was thinking about the designing this area. Most of the roads will be done by automation. Just finishing will have to be footpaths or bus construction offices to be assigned. You can see that they're working hard on this one. Railroad is still not done. Soon. This will be finished, and then we need to finish these two. So this is for gravel. This is for cement. Cement is done already, so cement can be delivered already. Well, some of the infrastructure still needs to be finished. You can see that, well, most of the stuff is done here. I think I still... why are people there working? Because the planes are bringing them. So in this case, I'm gonna go for bus. Let's go with bus to finish this one. These guys here, I think they're all gonna need buses to be finished. So yeah, I'll go with that. Here we go. This is the nuclear bus. And finish these conveyor belts. 1 and the 2 and the... Oh, it's already assigned? Yeah, I already assigned it. Sorry, yeah, sorry. Did I? Yeah, nuclear bus is assigned. Perfect. Right. Right. Okay, I think that's it. I think that this is enough construction for now. Of course, we can build neighborhoods here. Hopefully, Mr. Sitom, we are understanding each other here, so hopefully this is something that you had in mind as well, concerning more roads in a city so they can have access for multiple sides. Yeah, I think this is not bad. And also, I think it might be buses. That's gonna be the most fitting here, but it doesn't have to be. We can upgrade the roads, they're not done. We can go for trains, so we can always go for circular train. And Mr. Moore, if you're watching this, we had a short discussion about in the Discord channel, which you should join after you like and subscribe. It's free to join, it's free to like and subscribe. And right, what I wanted to say is that if you don't build your construction or your transport infrastructure straight away, you don't have to build it you don't have to cramp it in the middle of the city. Bear in mind that your people can walk up to 400 meters away. So wherever you have neighborhoods, you can always build the train stations on the outskirts of the city, and then build public transport system through around the city that's going to pick up workers from one side and the other side, and then take them to wherever they need to work. So trains are not really, you know, it's not imperative for them to have huge public transport network. You can actually build it later on the outskirts, because 400 meters is a lot. So yeah, think about that, especially if you provide your people in the suburbs or in outskirts of the city or in these big neighborhoods. If you provide them with shops and everything else, it might be even beneficial to have trains running outside, you know, build cities for cities. This is a little bit of a difference and a personal, not quirk of mine, but opinion that, you know, European cities, because they were older, much older than, let's say, new world cities, they have older city cores, and it's really hard to destroy all of that to build a proper functioning city or traffic or road traffic, whatever traffic. While the new world, United States, Australia, even China now with expansions, and India with building their new capital cities and all that stuff, it's easy to implement these new ideas and build cities for transport, either public transport or, in America's case, road transport, which of course I believe that road transport should be secondary. The cities should be built for people first. I'm not saying that if you have a lot of roads, it's not built for people, but I think that cities should be more walkable, bikeable. You know, you should have everything in your neighborhoods that you want. Of course, you should have options to take a car and go anywhere you want, but also you should have an option to use public transport system if you can. especially if that public transport system is more efficient than your own car. I think it's a really good thing to have. But anyway, that's more or less I wanted to cover in this episode. So Mr. Seatom's idea about the city, how it should look, how we doing here. Oh, groundwork on Murmansk is done. You know what, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna use the Murmansk to finish off this industry, just because they have all these extra resources, and as you can see that capital city is under a little bit of a pressure from construction industry. It's taking a lot of whoa. Okay, they need to just finish it. Okay, that's fine. Let's just increase the number of workers can work here, and let's just finish this big building. I was like, wow, that's a lot of materials missing, but it's not actually missing. It's there. It just need to finish it. We just need to finish it. Capital City has a couple of new buildings. I definitely didn't construct as many as I wanted to. School is running at capacity, and again, for some reason, why is it so far? Probably I should build. Probably some of these things don't have proper connections to them. Let's build a little bit better infrastructure here. Well, at least, you know, maybe more usable or something, user friendly. So if we build something like this, and then something like this, people from this neighborhood will have easier access to school. So I'm thinking that this could be, you know, positive for us. Unfortunately, the entrance to this is on the other side, and maybe, yeah, they're gonna have the public transport system as well. I'm pretty sure we're gonna need more schools. I mean, like, look at this school. It has 300 kids capacity, and it's not really running at capacity. But bear in mind that we didn't have school before, so we could have a lot of dumb people living in the city. How are we doing with this? We need more people working in the city council. We still don't know how many people live in Babushkino. 120 can fit here. Do we have capacity? We do have some capacity, but I believe that this is still not fully. You can see we're missing some of them missing hospitals, some of them missing electronics. I'm pretty sure we're gonna need shops on this side as well. Wow, stop zooming in. Like, for example, a shop over here that's also gonna be close to the public transport system. Shops in the city center, I think they're quite okay. One over here, one over here, so they should have a lot. Both of them are big shopping centers. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna leave it here. Let me know what your opinion is about the projects I'm doing now, about the city design. This is my favorite part of this game. So let me know what you think about it. Now, don't forget to like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, you can always buy me a coffee. You have a link in the description of the video. Guys, thank you for watching so much, and happy Wednesday, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.